Imagine being the child of a short-order cook and a housekeeper, born to immigrant parents who barely spoke English. You grow up in a small home in the heart of Pacoima, a tough neighborhood in Los Angeles. No political connections, no wealth, just dreams and the will to rise. Today, that same boy sits in the United States Senate. This is the unbelievable true story of Alex Padilla, a story of grit, faith, and the American dream. Redefined, Alex Padilla was born on March 22, 1973 to Santos and Lupe Padilla, two Mexican immigrants who believed in hard work and dignity. His father was a short-order cook for over 40 years. His mother cleaned houses to put food on the table. They lived in a small house in the San Fernando Valley. Money was tight. Life was simple, but the values were powerful. From a young age, Alex was taught one thing: El trabajo dignifica. Work gives you dignity. He watched his parents leave for work before the sun rose and return after dark, never once complaining. That silent sacrifice became his fuel. In school, Alex was quiet and observant. He wasn't the loudest in the room, but he was always watching, always learning. He excelled in math and science, and though many of his friends fell into gangs or dropped out, Alex stayed the course. He didn't have tutors or fancy prep schools. He studied by streetlight when the power went out. He worked part-time in restaurants to support the family, and still he graduated high school with honors and earned a spot at the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, one of the most elite universities in the world. When he got the acceptance letter, his mother cried not out of pride, but fear. "How will we pay for this?" she asked. Alex simply said, "Leave that to me. You've done enough at MIT." Alex was one of the very few Latinos on campus. Surrounded by wealth and privilege, he often felt like an outsider. He wore the same jacket for 3 winters. He skipped meals to make ends meet. He often asked himself, "Do I belong here?" But he also realized something powerful. He carried the hopes of an entire community. He wasn't just there for himself. He was there for every brown-skinned boy from the barrio who was told, "You can't." He graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering and returned home not to cash in, but to serve. Back in California, Alex worked as an engineer for Hughes Aircraft, but something gnawed at him. His community was suffering. Poor infrastructure, failing schools, forgotten voices. He realized technical solutions weren't enough. It was time for political change. At just 26 years old, he ran for office. Everyone said, "You're too young, too brown, too quiet," but he won, becoming the youngest person ever elected to the Los Angeles City Council. 1 year later, after the 9/11 attacks, he became the youngest and first Latino president of the LA City Council, leading during one of the city's darkest times. But his journey wasn't smooth. In 2006, he ran for state senate. Political insiders whispered, "He won't win outside his district. He's too local." But Alex didn't back down. He walked the streets, knocked on doors, spoke in broken Spanish to old men, and in perfect English to young students. He united communities. Others ignored. He won again. Over the next decade, he authored laws on cybersecurity, environmental reform, and voting rights. But the moment that changed everything came in 2020. The world was in chaos. COVID-19 was ravaging America. And then Kamala Harris was elected vice president. Her Senate seat was vacant, and California Governor Gavin Newsom made a historic decision. On December 22, 2020, Alex Padilla received a call that would change his life forever. He was appointed to the U.S. Senate, becoming the first Latino senator in California's history. When asked how it felt, Alex choked back tears and said, "My mother cleaned homes so I could go to school. My father cooked burgers so I could build a life. This seat, it's not mine. It belongs to them." The Senate floor, once an untouchable dream, had become a place where the son of a dishwasher could speak for millions. Today, Alex Padilla fights for immigrant rights, working families, environmental justice, and voting access. He doesn't shout the loudest or play dirty politics. He lets his work speak. He represents the voice of the silent majority, the cooks, the cleaners, the children who study by candlelight. He is living proof that the American dream, though bruised and challenged, is still alive. Alex Padilla's story reminds us that no dream is too big when it's rooted in sacrifice, that quiet resilience can echo louder than privilege, and that the true measure of a man isn't his title, but how many others rise because of him. If you believe that America still has room for miracles, that grit, family, and values still matter, share this story. Not for likes, not for views, but because someone out there needs to know that from the barrios of Pacoima to the halls of the U.S. Senate, anything is still possible. Subscribe to our channel for more real stories of hope and courage.